Hello and welcome to our last video of 2020, our first video of 2021, depending on when you're viewing this. I want to talk for a minute about grief and the new year and the whole new year process, because the new year process can be so challenging. When we look at the new year, we're reminded that we're wanting to let go of the old and step into the new, and that can often trigger all of our stuff around the information we're getting, telling us that we need to say goodbye to our loved one, to the precious person who died, that we're supposed to somehow bring closure to that or bring the relationship to completion. You've all heard me say many times, death ends a life, not a relationship. It's the brilliant quote from Mitch Albom's book, Tuesdays with Maury, and it's the wisdom of his teacher and mentor, Maury Schwartz. When we understand that, we understand that stepping into a new year without our loved one physically in our presence doesn't mean that we're stepping into a new year without them. As we convert our grief to mourning, we discover where our relationship is with our loved one, and then the new year becomes a new year of possibility and of hope and of curiosity. As we step into this new year, I invite you to find where the relationship is now and to find possibility and hope that 2021 could actually be a year of reconnection and of peace, where you reclaim your memories and you find the joy in your living, and with that you step forward. My teacher and mentor, Dr. Alan Wofelt, talks about the music from the past being a live thing, and that we remember the music of the past so that we can sing in the present and dance into the future. And I think there's no better time to evoke the truth underneath that quote than at New Year's time. Because New Year's, we are remembering 2020, and 2020 was not an easy year for any one of us. For people who were already grieving, the shutdowns and the closures were making the grief journey a little harder for most of us. Many of us lost loved ones in 2020, and for many of us it was more than just one loved one. There were multiple deaths in our family. And to all of you, please know my heart is with you, and I walk with you in this journey, as I too have had experiences of death in my family due to COVID. And so it's important that we remember the song from the past. We remember the memories, and we honor the memories, and we honor our love. In this way, we can sing those songs in the present. So as we walk into a new year, we can be really anchored and rooted, not in a past that no longer exists, but in a present that is informed by the past. And that's going to allow us to dance into 2021 and discover what's possible for us there. I hope that these words bring you hope. I hope that as we travel from the old year into the new year, we carry forward this thought of singing the songs of the old, and being open to dancing in the future. And if you're having any curiosity about the how-to of that, if this sounds really good to you, but you're really not sure what the next steps of that are, then I invite you to join us in our next live launch, which is coming up on January 11th. So our live launch is really special. First of all, it's complimentary, and it's 5 days, 1 hour a day. And we do it in Facebook in the Healthy Mourning Revolution group. I'm going to put a link both to the group, and also I'm going to put a link to the registration. So when you register for the program, then you get with it the handbook for the program, which is helpful to record your thoughts, because a lot of information comes across in 1 hour. We also have a Q&A session across the 4 days. It's an opportunity for you to begin to truly understand the distinction between grief and mourning, and how to convert your grief to mourning, which is precisely all about remembering the past and allowing those memories to help the healing process. The grief journey was never meant to be something that is with us forever. It is meant to be a journey that teaches us how to embrace our lives and how to come to reconciliation with our losses. It doesn't mean that we're ever going to forget our loved ones, and because we have grief and the love of our loved one kind of mixed in together, many of us are locked into the idea that I'm not ever going to not be grieving because that's the way I will honor my loved ones. The great thing is, when you discover where the relationship is with your loved one now, then you can move forward in your grief journey. You don't have to stay stuck in it, because there's no longer this association of, because you're grieving, you're proving that you're still loving, or you're still feeling the connection with your loved one. You're actually claiming where the love is now, and that frees you to move forward in your grief journey and in your healing journey. I hope that you'll be able to join us. It's going to be January 11th to the 15th in the Healthy Mourning Revolution page, and I welcome you to join that group. And for all of us, I wish us all health, happiness, and peace in the new year. Much love to you. Namaste.